Hi guys, so if you're watching this, then that means I had the courage to upload it, but today's video, as you can see in the title, is about like anxiety and social anxiety, and I'll just be talking about like my experience with it, and yeah. So as like a little child, people would always I was like labeled as shy, cause like I never went like anywhere without my mom. I never spent the night over none of my friends' house. Like if they wanted me to spend the night, then she was coming too, because I just couldn't do it. And then like in elementary school, I would always cry. I never wanted to like my mom to leave me. I never wanted to just stay there. And then elementary and middle school, I hardly ever went to school. Like I just couldn't do it. And like especially like sometimes even in middle school, if I would get dropped off early, then I would walk back home, because getting dropped off early means that there are people in the cafeteria eating breakfast, and I could go to lunch, that was fine. But like for breakfast, people were everywhere, and people were like sat everywhere, and it was just so crowded and so many people there. So if I would get dropped off early, I would literally just turn around and walk back home, and I would cry, because it's like I never realized it back then. Like I never like knew what it was. I just thought I was like weird. Like I never like knew there was a thing such as social anxiety or whatever. So that was like in middle school. Then high school, I was like normal. I was still terrified, but I had like a couple friends. I sat at a table with them or whatever. But like one day, like I don't know, like I was just in class and I just felt so overwhelmed. I don't know why. Like I was just feeling so isolated, because like none of my close friends were in my class, and like I was just sitting there and I just cried, and luckily no one noticed, because that would have been like terrible. But like I just cried, and like ever since then, when I would go back to school, it would just be too much, and it was like I have to get out of this classroom. Like I literally wanted to get out of my seat and run, but I couldn't. I couldn't move, so I would just be terrified, just sitting there, hoping the teacher doesn't call on me, and all of that. So at this point, like my mom had passed away, so she passed away in 2010. So it was just me and my dad. So told my dad or whatever, and we decided I was gonna get homeschooled. So before we can make the homeschool process legit or whatever, I would go to school, but I wouldn't do any work, because it was just like I don't want to be here. I'm not going to do this work. So then finally, I was going to get homeschooled, so I got signed out of regular high school. But then to like get homeschooled, I had to like sign up online, and then we lived in an apartment building, and our apartment building had like a computer room, because I didn't have a computer at that time. So I would have to actually go down there and fill out, but that was too much for me, because I would have to go in the little office room and ask for the key, and I couldn't do that, because that was just terrifying. So I didn't really sign up for it until I had moved with my aunt, because then my dad passed away. So I moved with my aunt, and she was like you have to go to school, so either regular school or homeschool, but you have to go to school or whatever. So we decided on me getting homeschooled, so that was great. Homeschool is the best. I guess it's not the best if you like being around people, but at that point I was like terrified of people, and I didn't want to like leave the house or anything. So it was great for me. You get like I'm like, I don't know, I'm sitting so weird, I'm shaking right now, like I don't know. You could like do your own hours and whatever you want to do, and then sometimes I would get done early, so I get done at like 12 o'clock, and then I just chill the rest of the day. So that was great. And then like my aunt started saying like I had to get a job and stuff, and it's just like I can't even walk down the street. How am I supposed to get a job? So that was terrifying. And just like it's just like you can like read all the articles online about social anxiety, how many you want, but it will never, like I will never fully be able to understand why some of the things that terrified me, um like if a guest is over and I'm in my room, I won't come downstairs. That's terrifying, because it's like the thoughts that go through my head: what if I fall down the stairs, or what if my hair looks crazy or something like that, like, or someone calls or wants to talk on the phone or wants to FaceTime, and it's like, like I can't, and then you have to explain why you can't, and you hope that you don't sound like a freak or a weirdo or crazy or something. And like that's the struggle with like making new friends or meeting new people, because they all want to like talk. Like you can't just text people nowadays, they want to talk or FaceTime or something. It's like I can't, like I wish I could, but like I literally can't. Like that is terrifying. So yeah, like just getting a call, panic attack, like, and you're like, how is that a panic attack? But it's like, and you think about it, you like, and you're like, why am I so scared? What's the worst that can happen? This person is on the other, like they're not even by me, they're just on the other end of my cell phone. Why am I so terrified? What is there to be scared of? And you know in your mind that there's nothing to be afraid of. You know that they can't hurt you or whatever, but it's like, OMG, what if I stutter? And it's like, it's not going to be the end of the world if you stutter, but it's like, you know, your fear is irrational, you know, but it's like you still can't like help it. Like, even if you like go out like side or whatever, you're like, today's gonna be a good day, I'm not gonna be scared or whatever, you have that mindset, you're like, everything's gonna be great, and then something goes wrong. It's like, I was trying to stay positive. It's not because I was being a pessimist. Like I was being optimistic that today was gonna be great, today was gonna be different, but it wasn't, you know. So it's like really like terrifying, and it really sucks because the world is like a, well, the world is like, well, the world's not a scary place. They just have some bad people in it, but the world's a great place. You know, there's a lot of things to do, travel and all of that. But it's like with social anxiety, you can't really do that, and it like stops you from like enjoying some things you should at your age. So yeah, what else was I going to talk about? I forgot. Oh, and like this YouTube channel, like this is a big step for me, because this is like literally terrifying, because you're putting yourself out there for an audience to judge you, whether they like you, whether they don't, like leave rude comments or something. So it's like really a lot. Like I can never like do this live. Like I was on the app 17 and I tried to live stream, and I did it for 3 whole minutes, but then I had to leave because it was like, oh crap, there's 7 people in here watching me. They're literally watching me now. What if I do something embarrassing? And I can't edit it out because it's live. Like I have to leave. So I left. Like I will never do that again. Like it was just too terrifying, and I don't know why people terrify me. Like we are the same, you know. And it's like they weren't even like mean or anything, but it's just like, what if I do something embarrassing? Like what if? Like it's just the what ifs in life. So yeah, and like this is a tip. Like if you have like a friend who is shy or has anxiety, don't embarrass them. Don't, please don't. If they ask you to do something because they're scared, please do it. Like you just don't understand what goes on in our head. And like don't, yeah, just don't embarrass them. And if like they do something embarrassing, please do not point it out. Please, like you they know they did it. They're beating themselves up inside their head. They know what they did. Or like if you're talking and spit flies out, if they're talking and spit flies out their mouth, please do not point it out. They saw it. Like just please don't, cause like you just don't get it. Like it's like a lot going on up here. Like so yeah. And it's like people who catfish are really making it bad for us people who have anxiety, because it's like people want to like call you and FaceTime you to make sure you're who you say you are, and you're like, I'm real, like I'm not a catfish, but I can't because of my anxiety. Then they think that's an excuse because people on catfish now be lying about they got all of these things wrong with them, that's why they can't do this and that. But it's like really hard. So I don't know what the point of this video was. I just wanted to like talk about my anxiety and like tell you, like if you have friends with it, then certain things you shouldn't do. So I just want to talk about this because like something happened yesterday. I really don't want to go into it, but it's like my anxiety like came back, because I've been fine, like I've been happy, I've been optimistic, I've been okay, but then something happened. I was like, yeah, I still have my anxiety. I forgot about it for a while. So yeah, I don't know, I guess yeah, I'm done. This was probably pointless. I probably won't post it, but if I did, then you're watching it now. But subscribe to me, leave a comment if you are experiencing this, like your story dealing with your anxiety and stuff like that. Leave me a comment. Like, I guess you can share if you want. I probably won't even share this on my Instagram or anything. I'll just probably post it. But if I get the guts, then I'll share it. But yeah, bye.